dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene.
I straight quickly being moved.
But thou art not quickly moved to strike.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
'Tis all one. I will show myself a tyrant, and once I have done with the men, I will be cruel with the maids and cut off their heads.
Quarrel is between our masters and us their men. Draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of Montague.
Oh, my naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I will back thee.
Hard, turn thy back around.
Fear me not.
No, marry, I fear thee.
Let us take the law of our sides, let them begin.
I'll frown as I pass by. Let them take it as they list.
Nay, as they dare, I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them, if they bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No.
Then no, sir. I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir.
No, sir. Oh, if you do, then I am for you. I serve as good as man as you.
No better.
Well, sir.
Say better. Here comes one of my master's kinsmen.
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Draw, if you be men.
Aren't you fools? Put up your swords, you know not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Oh, turn thee, Benvolio. Look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace. Put up thy sword, or man to part these men with me.
Drawn? And talk of peace. Oh, I hate the world, as I hate hell. All Montagues. And thee. How about thee, coward?
What ho, you men, you beasts! Throw this tippet weapons to the ground and hear the order of your move, Prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of the merry word, by thee Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If you disturb our streets again, then you shall pay for the forfeit of the peace. On pain of death, all men depart. Depart!
Ah, my poor boy.
Who set this ancient quarrel on the broach? Speak, nephew. Were you by when it began?
Here are the servants of your adversary and yours close fighting ere I did approach. I drew to part them, then the instant came the fiery Tybalt, with his sword prepared, which as he breathed defiance to my ears, he swung about his head and cut the winds. Nothing hurt withal, hissed him in scorn. While we were interchanging thrusts and blows, came more and more and fought on part, till Prince came, who parted either part.
Where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth from the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad. So early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me and stole into the covert of the wood.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, tears augmenting fresh the morning dew, adding to clouds more clouds with his deep sighs. But all so soon as the cheering sun should in the furthest east begin to draw away from light, steals home a heavy sun. Private in his chamber pens himself, shuts up his windows, locks fair daylight out, and makes himself an artificial night. Black and portentous must this humour prove, unless good counsel should the cause remove.
My noble aunt, do you know the cause?
I neither nor can one of him.
See where he comes. So please you step aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied. Romeo! 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 Good morrow, cousin.
I mean, sad hours seem long.
Well, tell me what sadness lengthens Romeo's hours.
Not having that which having makes them short.
Oh, in love.
Out.
Love.
Whatever fever where I am in love.
Alas, that love, so gentle in his view, should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that lovely view is muffled still, should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine tonight? Oh me, what fray was here? Tell me not, for I've heard it all before. 'Tis much to do with love and more with hate. Oh, brawling love, oh, loving hate, oh, nothing of something first create. Heavy lightness, serious vanity, misshapen chaos, still waking sleep that is not what it is. This love feel I that feel no love in this. Does I not laugh?
No cause, I'd rather weep.
Good-hearted love.
And thy good heart's oppression.
Such is love's transgression. Griefs of my own lie heavy in my breast. Farewell, my cousin.
Soft, I will go long, and if you leave me so you do me wrong.
I've lost myself. Romeo's not here, he is some other where.
Tell me in sadness, who is it that you love?
Shall I groan and tell thee?
Oh, I know. Sadly, tell me who.
Sadness, cousin. Do you love a woman?
I aim so near, and I supposed you love.
A right good mark, man, and fair is my love.
A right fair mark, fair cause, as soon as hit.
Isn't that hit he'll miss? She'll not be hit by Cupid's arrow, nor stay the siege of loving terms, nor bid the encounter of assailing eyes. She is rich in beauty, only her, that when she dies, her beauty dies restored.
Ruled by me, forget to think of her.
Teach me how to forget and think.
By giving liberty into thine eyes, examine other beauties.
Farewell. They can't teach me to forget.
From ancient grudge.
Ah! At this same ancient feast of Capulet, sups the fair Rosalind, whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show. I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
Fairer than my love. The all-seeing sun. It never met her match since the world first begun. I'll come along. No such sight to be shown, but rejoice in the slender of my own.
But Montague is bound as well as I in penalty alike, and 'tis not hard, I think, for those so old as we to keep the peace.
I want to go back on you both. Pity it is you lived at once so long. But now, my lady, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I have said before, my child is but a stranger in the world. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she are happy mother's maid.
And too soon marred are those so early made. The earth hath swallowed all my hopes but she. She is the hopeful lady of my life. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part, and if she agree, within her scope of choice lies my consent and their according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I invite many a guest, such as I love, and you, among the store, one more most welcome, makes my number more. Nurse, where's my daughter? Call her both to me.
What, lad? What, ladybird? Where's this girl? What, Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother. Madam, I'm here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give me a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I've remembered me. Thou appears our parents. Thou knowest my daughters of a pretty age.
Oh, God mark it his grace. Thou were the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed, and I might live to see thee married once I have my wish.
Marry. That, marry, is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honour that I do not of.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. On my account, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus, then, in brief, the noble Paris seeks you for his love.
Lady, such a man as all the world.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, faith, in honesty, he's a flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. Read o'er the volume of Paris's face. So, by having him, you shall share all that he doth possess, making yourself no less.
No less, nay, bigger. Women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like, if looking like you move. But no more deep line dart my nine than your consent restricts to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come.
We follow.
Go, girl. Seek happy nights to happy days.
Give me a torch, I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes and nimble soles. I was sword led, some stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bound.
And to him pierced by his shaft, to soar with his light wings. Too bound to bind a pitch of dull woe, under love's heavy burden do I sing.
And to sink in it should you burden love. Too great oppression for a tender saint.
It is not such a tender thing. It's too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like a thorn.
Love be rough with you, then be rough with love. Prick love for the pricking, and you beat love down.
You mean well in going to this mask, but there's no way to go.
Why, may one ask?
Dreamed the dream tonight.
Breaks new mutiny. So did I.
What was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep when they always dream things through.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab have been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, born with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes are made of long spinner's legs, the cover of the wings of grasshoppers, the traces of the smallest spider's web, the collar of the moonshine's watery beams, her whip of cricket's bones, the lash of film, her wagoner, a grey-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner squirrel old grub, time out of the mind, the fairies' coachmakers. And in this state, she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. O'er courtiers' knees who dream on curtsies straight, o'er lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, o'er ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream. Which oft the angry man with blisters plagues because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometime she driveth o'er a courtier's nose, and then he dreams of smelling out a suit, and sometime comes she with a tithe pig's tail tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep, and then dreams he of another benefice. Sometime she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then he dreams of cutting foreign throats, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean, of breaches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of health, 5,000 deep, and then John drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being less affrighted swears a prayer or two, and then sleeps again. This is the very mad that plats the manes of horses in the night, and then bakes the elf locks in foul, sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag when maids lie on their back, that presses them and lures them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she!
Peace, look at you. Thou talks of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind.
When you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives. Some consequences yet hang me in the stars shall literally begin his fearful date by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that has the steerage of my course, direct my sail on, lusty gentlemen.
Strike drum!
I know, it's very nice. It's very big. Nice, yeah. Welcome, gentlemen, ladies. Which of you now will tonight dance and come on to play? A hall. Give him. Welcome, gentlemen, ladies. Which of you all will tonight dance? A hall. Give him. forth the fatal loins of these two foes.
My heart goes so now. I swear at sight I never saw such beauty till this night.
This boy's voice should be a Montague. Go! Fetch me my rapier. This boy's voice should be a Montague. Go! Fetch me my rapier. Now by the stalking or of my kin to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, Americans, and wherefore storm ye so?
It's a Montague, a foe, a villain that has ever come to strike our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
Tis he, villain Romeo.
Content me, gentlemen. Let him alone. He bears him like a portly gentleman. To say truth, one of brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. I'm not to develop all the time here in my house doomed disparagement, therefore be patient. Take no note of him. It is my will, the which, if thou respect, show fair presence and put off these frowns in ill-beseeming semblance for a feast. He shall be endured. I say he shall. Go to. My master here, or you go to. You'll not endure him, God shall mend thy soul.
And 'tis a shame.
Go to. You are a saucy boy. It's so indeed. You must contrary me. Be quiet, whore! More light, for shame. Come, musicians, play.
With my unworthiest hand, this holy shrine, gentle fine as this, my lips, three blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much. Which mannerly devotion shows in this? For saints of hands the pilgrim's hands to touch, and palms of hands holy hands to kiss.
Saints not lips and holy palmers too.
Aye, pilgrim lips that they must use in prayer.
Dear saint, the lips do, hands do, they pray. Grant thy faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, but grant their prayers sake.
My prayer's effect I take. Thus from my lips to yours, my sin is purged.
And have my lips to sin that they have too.
Sin from thy lips. Which trespass sweetly urge, give me my sin again.
You kiss by the book. Mother, you must take swear.
What is your mother?
Her mother is a lady in the house, and a mistress, and a fine lady. I nursed her that you kissed the Lord.
These star-crossed lovers.
Oh, she Capulet. Dear account, my life is at my foot's dead.
Star-crossed.
Way be gone, sport is at its best.
And so I fear more is my unrest.
Nay, let us find prepare not to be gone. We have a trifling village banquet to board.
Star-crossed lovers.
Seeing so? Why then I thank you all, and thank you, honest gentlemen. Good night. Come, more torches here. Come on then, let's to bed. Ah, sirrah, by my fate waxes late. I'll to my rest.
Take their life.
Nurse, what is young gentleman?
I know not. Go ask his name. If he be married, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. Too early seen the unknown, and I know too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me, that I must love a loathed enemy.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme I learned even now when I danced the ball.
anon, anon. Come, let's away. The strangers are all gone.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn out, dull earth, and find thy centre out.
Romeo! Romeo!
My cousin, Romeo!
Oh, he is wise, and on my life have stolen him home to bed.
He ran this way and leapt over this orchard wall. Call, good Mercutio.
Nay, I will conjure too. Romeo! Humors! Madman! Passion! Lover! Appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. Speak thou but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. He heareth not, he moveth not, he stirreth not.
Cometh himself on these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
If love be blind, then love cannot hit the mark. Romeo! Good night. Out of my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here that means not to be found.
Just the scars that never felt the wound. So, what light be yonder wind and breaks? It is in the east. Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. He is sick and pale with grief. Thou art maid more fair than she. Be not her maid. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. She is my lady, she is my love. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes discourse, I will answer it. 'Tis not me she speaks. I'm too bold. The brightness of her cheek with shielding stars as daylight doth the lamp, and through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. Look at the way she lays her cheek upon her hand. Would it be a glove upon the hand that I might touch that cheek?
Ay me.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, my angel! For thou art as fair to the night as a winged messenger, to the white, upturned, wondering eyes of mortals who fall back to gaze upon him, as he bestrides through the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo. Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I speak of this, or shall I hear more?
'Tis but thy name that is thy enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name that by which we call a rose by any other word and smell is sweet? So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, attain that dear perfection which he goes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name which is no part of thee, take all my—
I take the other word! Call me but love, and I will be new baptized, henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou thus bescreened and next so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, lady. I don't know how to tell thee who I am, dear saint, because that name is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. If I had the word written, I would tear it.
Mine ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo? and a Montague.
Neither these lights.
How camest thou hither, tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place deep, considering who thou art, if my kinsman find thee here.
Love's like wings did I overperch these walls. For stony limits could not hold thy love, and love dogs that dares on a tent. Therefore they consider me let be.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack repel in thine eyes, and 20 of their swords. But thou art sweet, I am proof against their envy.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
Well, nights look to hide me from their sight, but let them find me here. I would rather be taken in death than death Peru wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou out this place?
By love. He first did prompt me to inquire. He lit me conscience when I led him eyes. I am no pilot yet. If thou were in the vastest shores and the farthest seas, I would venture for some merchandise.
And whilst the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word for it, yet if thou swearest thou mayest prove false. A lover's perjury, as they say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and beat reverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo, but else, not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my haven light, but trust me, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been strange, I confess, but erst that thou overhearst my true love's passion. Therefore pardon me, and leave not this yielding to light love, which the dark night has so discovered.
My lady, by yonder's blessed moon, I swear that takes all these for a tree tops.
Swear not by the moon, then constant moon that monthly changes in your circle, or else that my love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear. Or, if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee. Do not swear. Although I join thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which does cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, good night. A sweet repose and rest come to thy heart, that from my breast.
Will thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
In exchange of thy love's beautiful voice for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give it again.
Thou withdraw it. What purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again, and yet I wish but for the thing I have. My love is as boundless as the sea, my bounty is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet!
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu, sweet Montague, be true, stay but a little, I will come again.
All this but a dream. Too flowering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Montague, and then good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honourable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and when thou wilt perform the rite. And all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world. I come anon. But if thou meanst not well, I do beseech thee. Bye, I come! To cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send. 1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worst thy line. Love goes towards love, as schoolboys from their books. love from love. Board school with heavy looks.
Faulkner's voice to lure the stashel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse and may not speak aloud. Else would I tear the cave or equalize and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine with repetition of my Romeo's name.
My soul calls upon my name.
Romeo,
My dear.
what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
At the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot why I did call thee back.
I will stay here till I remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand here, remembering how I love thy company.
I'll still stay here to have me still forget. Getting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird, who lets hop a little from his hand like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silken thread plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
And when I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night to let thee know.
Good night, good night. Sleep well. Peace in thy breast. To my ghostly father's cell. His help to crave and my heart to tell.
The grey-eyed morn smiles on the frowning night, checkering the eastern clouds with streaks of light. Now, ere the sun advance his burning eye, the day to cheer and night stank dew to dry, I must upfill this osier cage of mine with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. The earth that's nature's mother is her tomb, what is her burying grave that is her womb, and from her womb children of diverse kind we sucking on her natural bosom find. Many for many virtues excellent, none but for some, and yet all different. Oh, mickle is the powerful grace that lies in herbs, plants, stones, and their true qualities. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence and medicine power. For this, being smelt, with that part cheers each part, being tasted, slays all senses of the heart.
Good morning, Father.
What young tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young man, it argues a distempered head, so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed, where unbruised youth with unstuffed brain doth couch his limbs. There golden sleep doth reign. Therefore thy earliness doth me assure thou art uproused by some distemperature, or if not so, then there I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
The last was true. Sweeter rest was mine.
God pardon sin.
Rosaline, my ghostly father, no. I've forgotten that name, that name's woes.
There's my good son, but where hast thou been then?
Tell thee, ere they ask me again. I have been feasting with my enemy tonight. My dear heart's love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet, as hers on mine and mine on hers. All this combined. Seemeth what thou combined by holy marriage. When and where and how we met in exchange of vows, I'll tell thee as we pass, but this I pray that thou consents to marry us today.
Holy St. Francis, what a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Lo, here upon thy cheek the stain doth sit of an old tear that is not washed off yet. If e'er thou wast thyself in these woes thine, thou and these woes were all for Rosaline, and art thou changed?
Chidst me for loving Rosaline?
For doting, not for loving.
Bad's me bury love?
But not in a grave to lay one in, another out to have.
She whom I love now doth grace for grace and love for love. The other did not.
Oh, she knew well my love did read by rote and could not serve. But come, young waver, come, go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happily prove to turn your household's rancor to pure love.
Let us hence. We act on sudden haste.
But wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his mother's. I spoke with her about him. Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, sent a letter to his mother's house.
A challenge on my life.
Well, Romeo will answer it.
Any man that can write may answer a letter.
Nay, he will answer the letter's master. How he dares being dared.
Alas, poor Romeo. He is already dead. Stabbed with a white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart cleft with the blind bow-boy's buck shaft. And he is a man to encounter Tybalt.
What is Tybalt?
Oh, more than Prince of Cats, I can tell you. Oh, he is the courageous captain of compliments, and he fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, proportion, rests me, his minim rests, 1, 2, and then the third to your bosom, the very butcher of a silk button, a duelist, a gentleman of the very first house of the first and second cause. Oh, the immortal passado, the punto reverso, the high.
Oh, here comes Romeo, here comes Romeo.
Misadventure piteous overthrows.
Without his roe like a dried herring. Flesh, flesh, how art thou fishified? Senor Romeo, bonjour. You gave me counterfeit fairly last night.
What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip, can you not conceive?
Couldn't kiss you. My business was great. And in such a case as mine makes real courtesy.
That's as much to say such a case as yours constrains a man to bow in the hands.
Meaning the courtesy?
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
A most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy. Now, is this not better now than groaning for love? Now art thou sociable. Now art thou Romeo. Now art thou what thou art as well as by nature. For this drivelling love is like a great natural that runs lolling up and down to hide his bauble in a hole.
Stop there, stop there.
Thou desirest me to soften my tail against the hair.
How wouldst thou make thy tail large?
Thou art deceived. I would have made it short, for I was come to the whole depth of my tail, and meant indeed to occupy the argument no longer, so...
Here's good to hear.
Peter! Oh no, my fan.
Oh, good Peter, to hide her face, for our fans the fairer face.
Good morrow, gentlemen.
Good e'en, fair gentlewoman.
Is it a good e'en?
'Tis no less, I tell you, but now the bawdy hand of the dial is upon the prick of noon.
Out upon you? What woman are you?
A lady. God made himself the mark.
It's very well said by yourself, Tomorrow. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I might find a young Romeo?
I know that name. But young Romeo will be much older when you find him from when you saw him. I'm the youngest of that name, for fault of the horse.
You say well.
It's the worst. Well, very well took, iron face. Wisely.
If you be him, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to some supper.
Aboard, so ho! Romeo, will you to your mother's or to dinner thither?
Yeah, I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Farewell. Lady.
Marry, farewell. I pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of her ropery?
Gentlewoman nurse, loves to hear the sound of her own voice. And we'll talk to you more in a minute and we'll stand with Mum.
And speak anything against me? I am none of her flirt girls. I am none of her skein mates. Scurvy knave. And you stand by and watch every knave use me at their pleasure.
I saw no one use you at pleasure. If I had, my weapon would have quickly been out, I warned you. I dare draw sin as another man if I see occasion of a good quarrel, and the law on my side.
I am so vexed. That every part about me quivers. Oh, sorry. My lady, as I told you, bid me to inquire you out, and what she asked me to tell you, I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell you, if you should lead her into a fool's paradise, as they say, it were a very weak kind of behaviour, as they say. For the gentlewoman is young, and if you deal double with her, it were a very weak offering. A very weak offering indeed.
Nurse, commend me to my lady and my mistress, I protest unto thee.
Oh, good heart. Lord, I will tell her. She'll be a joyful woman.
What did I say? Thou don't warn me.
I'll say you do propose, which, as I take it, is a gentlemanlike offer.
Bid her devise some means to come to Strift this afternoon. There at Friar Lawrence's cell will she be scribed and married.
I'll tell her she will be there this afternoon.
What sayest thou, nurse? Go behind the abbey wall. Within the hour, my man will be with thee. Be trusty, nurse. Commend me to my lady.
Is your man secret? Did you ever hear say, to me keep counsel putting one away?
No. My man is true as steel. Nurse, commend me to my lady and mistress.
Oh, my lady is the sweetest mistress in all the world. Oh, when she was a little prattling thing. Oh, there's a noble man. Oh, Paris. Oh, but he see life see not abroad. Oh, when she see him, she see a toad, a leaf see a toad, a very toad. I jest with her and say that Paris is the proper match, but I'll warrant you as gentle as a lamb.
Nurse, commend me to my lady and mistress.
Oh, 1,000 times.
Do with their death, bury their parents' strife.
Peter!
Anon?
My fan, Peter. Go before in a pace. Oh.
Clock struck 9 when I sent the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 till 12 is 3 long hours that she is not come. Had she affections and warm lover's blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my love and his to me. But lonesome folks, many fain as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, pale as lead. Oh God, she comes! How now, good nurse? Oh Lord, why look'st thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily. If good, thou shamest the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I'm weary. How my bones ache. What jaunt have I had?
I would thou had my bones and I thy news. Tell me, what says Romeo?
Jeez, what haste! Can you not stay a while? Can you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? The excuse that thou dost make is longer than the excuse. Come. Is thy news good or bad? Tell me that. Say either, and I'll say the circumstance.
Well,
let me be satisfied. It's good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. No, Romeo, no, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, and his leg extends, oh man, and for a hand, and a foot, and a body. Though they be past compare, yet they be not talked of. Go thy ways, wench, serve God. Have thou down home?
No. But all this I did know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Oh, how my head aches. It beats as if it were forged with 1,000 pieces. Oh, my back. Oh, beshrew your heart for sending me up and down to catch my death.
Iffy, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest and a kind and a courteous and a handsome. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Where is your mother?
Tell me, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Well, then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays you, a husband, to make you a wife.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Amen. I'm not sorry, man. I cannot quite reveal the exchange of joy that one short minute in our sight gives me. And let love the barring death do me dare is enough that I would call her mine.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die, like fire and powder which as they kiss, consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome in its own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore love moderately, long love doth so, too swift arrives as tardy as too slow.
Romeo shall thank him, daughter, for us both. As much to him, else is his thanks too much.
Juliet, measures of thy joy be heaped my own.
Conceit, more rich in matter than words, rise up as substance, not of ornament. They are but beggars that can count their worth, but my true love is grown to such extent I cannot sum up some of half my wealth.
Pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, Capulet's abroad, and if we meet, we shall not see the brawl. For now in these hot days is the mad blood stirring.
Sound like one of those fellows who, when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword on the table and says, God send me no need of thee. And then by the operation of the second cup, draws it upon the drawer, when indeed there is no need.
I really like such a fellow.
Oh, come, come. Thou art as hot a cat in my mood as any in Italy, and as soon moved to be moody, and as soon moody to be moved.
What two?
Nay, I may have two such, we should have none shortly, for one would kill the other. Thou wilt quarrel with a man that hath a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast. Thou wilt quarrel with a man for cracking nuts, having no reason than because thou hast hazel eyes. What I but such an eye could spy out such a quarrel? Thy head is as full of quarrels as an egg is full of meat, yet thy head hath been beaten as Adler's an egg quarrel. Thou didst quarrel with a man for coughing in the streets, because he hath wakened thy dog that hath lain asleep in the sun. And did thou not fall out with a tailor for wearing his new doublet before Easter, and with another for tying his new shoes with an old ribbon? And yet thou wilt shoot to me from quarrel.
And I were so apt to quarrel as thou art, any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple, simple.
Oh, by my head, here come the Capulets.
Oh, by my heel, I care not.
Oh, cool, so I'll speak to them. Gentlemen, good day. A word with one of you.
And but one word with one of us? Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You'll find me apt enough to that, girl. And you will give me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo, a man who...
Consort? What? Would thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. To withdraw to some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Your all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, I.
Well, be with you, girl. Here comes my man.
But I will be hanged, sir, if he wear your livery.
Romeo, the hate I dare thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
Tybalt, the reason I have to love thee doth not excuse an appertaining rage in such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore, be gone, thou knowest me not.
This does not excuse the injury that thou hast done me. Therefore, turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou can devise, and therefore, dear Capulet, which aim I tender as much as my own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission. Tybalt, you rat catcher. Will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Oh, good king of cats. Nothing, but one of your 9 lives. That I mean to make bold with all, and you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of this picture by its ears? Oh, make haste, lest mine be about your ears ere it be out.
And for you.
Drop and volley over. Gentlemen, forbear this outrage. The prince's band bound thee through the streets. Oh, Tybalt! Good Mercutio!
Let go, let go, get out of the room!
Stop!
Go, fetch a surgeon.
Where is my much?
Nay, nay. It's not so deep as a well, nor as wide as a church door. It is enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow and you shall find me a grave man. I am peppered, I warrant, for this world. The plague on both your houses! The villain that fights by the book of arithmetic! And why the devil came you between his own hands?
I thought it was the best.
The fearful passage of their death-marked love.
Help me, Benvolio, or I shall faint.
Death-marked love. A plague on both of your houses! They have made worms meat of me! I have it, and Sammy too. Your houses.
You slain. Princess dear ally, my dear friend. It's called her mortal hurt in my behalf. Tybalt. Juliet. My beauty softens valor still.
Oh, here comes the furious Tybalt back again.
Way to heaven, respect, lady. Fire and I, fury be my conduct now. Tybalt, take back that villain that thou gavest last. Mercutio's soul is but a little above our head. Either thou, or I, or both must go with her.
Wretched boy that did consort her here shall with her hence.
Romeo, it is enough. Leave him. Romeo, no.
What fortune's filled.
Romeo, away, be gone. The citizens are up and Tybalt slain. Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death if thou art taken. So be gone, away. Why dost thou stay?
Where are the vile beginners of this fray?
Oh, noble prince, can discover all the unlucky manage of this fatal brawl. There lies the man, slain by young Romeo, that slew thy kinsman, brave Mercutio. Romeo that spoke him fair bade him bethink how nice the quarrel was, and urged with all your high displeasure. All this uttered with gentle breath, calm look, knees humbly bowed. Could not take truce with the unruly spleen of Tybalt, deaf to peace. Then he tilts with piercing steel at bold Mercutio's breast. By and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. To it they go like lightning, for ere I could draw to part them was stout Tybalt slain. And as he fell, did Romeo turn and fly. Speak the truth, or let Benvolio die.
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. What now of the dear price was dear blood ever?
Not Romeo, Prince. He was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes, but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence. Let Romeo hence in haste, else, when he's found, that hour is his last.
Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner as Phaethon would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Come, loving black-browed night, give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no attention to the garish sun. Ugh. I have bought the mansion of a love, but not yet possessed it. And though I am sold, not yet enjoyed, so tedious is the stay as is the night before a festival to some child who hath new robes but may not wear them. Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news in every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. How now, good nurse? O Lord, why dost thou wring thy hands? He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. We are undone, lady. We are undone. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead. Can heaven be so envious? Romeo can, though heaven could not. Oh, Romeo. Romeo, whoever would have thought it, Romeo. What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. I saw the wound. I saw it with my eyes. Here on his manly breast. Oh, piteous cause. Oh, bloody piteous cause. All bedaubed in blood. All in gold blood. I swooned at the sight. Oh. Break my heart. Poor bankrupt, break at once, to prison eyes, ne'er look on liberty. Vile earth to earth resign, end here, and thou and Romeo press one heavy bier. Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, Tybalt, I should live to see thee dead. What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slain and Tybalt dead? Then, dismal trumpets sound the general doom. For who is living if those two are gone? Tybalt is gone. Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished. Oh God. Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood? It did. It did. At last the day it did. O serpent heart hid with the flowering face. Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, just opposite to what thou justly seest. A damned saint, an honourable villain. O nature, what hadst thou to do in hell when thou didst devour the sweet flesh and moral paradise? Was ever book containing such vile matter so sweetly found?
Your mother is weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are done on Romeo's banishment.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? What beast was I to chide at him? Poor my lord, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you, mistaking, offer up to joy. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain. And Tybalt's dead, that would have slain my husband. Oh, this comfort, wherefore weep I then? Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death. I would forget it, but oh! It presses to my memory like damn guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. That banished, that one word banished. Tybalt's death was woe enough if it had ended there. Or if sorrow, woe delights in fellowship, and needly will be ranked with other goods. Why followed not what she said Tybalt's dead? Thy nurse then, thy mother, nay, or both, which modern lamentations might have moved. But with her mere word following Tybalt's death, Romeo is banished. To speak that word is thy nurse, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measure, bound in that word's death, no words that will consound. I, a maid, thy maiden widowed. Come, nurse. I'll to my wedding bed, and death, not Romeo, take my maidenhead.
I'll find you your Romeo. He will be with you at night. He is hid at Lawrence's cell. I'll find him.
Go find him. Give my love to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamoured of thy parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
Oh, what news? What's the prince's doom? What sorrow creeps acquaintance at my hand that I yet know not?
Too familiar is my dear son with such sour company. I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
Yes, doom, say the prince's doom.
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment! Be merciful, say dead! Prince has more terror than death, do not say banishment.
Hence, from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona's walls, but hell itself. Hence, banished is banished from the world. Thou cut us off my neck with a golden axe and smite upon the stroke that murders me.
O deadly sin, O rude unthankfulness, thy fault our law calls death. But the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture. Heaven is here. Juliet lives. Every little cat and dog and unworthy thing may live here with her and look upon her, but Romeo may not, for Romeo is banished, and I say exile, not death.
Thou fond madman, hear me but speak a word.
Oh, I will talk again of banishment.
I'll give thee armour to keep off that word, adversity, sweet milk, philosophy to comfort thee though thou art banished.
Hang on, philosophy! Unless philosophy can make a Juliet, reverse the prince's doom, this man is hard, I'll talk no more.
Oh, then I see that madmen have no ears.
Why could they, wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of thy estate.
I cannot talk. about what there is not feel. They're as young as I, unarmed but married. Juliet, thy bride. Tybalt murdered body like me, banished. Then might thou speak. Then might thou fall to the bride, tearing out thy hair, make measurements of an unmade grave.
Arise, one locks, good Romeo, hide thyself, run to my study. By God's will, what simpleness is this? I come. Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What's your will?
Come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome, sir.
Oh, holy father, tell me, where is my lady's lord? Where is Romeo?
There on the ground with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is even my mistress's case. Oh, even she lies weeping and blubbering and weeping and blubbering. Oh, stand up and rise, sir. For Juliet's sake, stand up and rise.
Nurse,
Oh, sir.
what says my lady? Why is she and does she? What does she say about our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing. She says nothing but weeps and then cries on Tybalt. And then on Romeo cries and falls down again weeping.
As if that cursed name did murder her kinsman. Friar, tell me what vile born and salary doth my dear lords I may sack thy hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand, thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and stay thy lady too that lives in thee by doing damned hate upon thyself? Fie, thou shamest thy shape, thy love, thy wit. What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array, but like a misbehaved and sullen wretch, thou poutest upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love as was decreed, ascend her chamber hence, and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live, till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wentest forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse. Bid my lady hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Oh, I could have stayed all night to hear such good counsel. Oh, what learning is! I will tell you, come and make haste, for it grows very late.
Well, my comfort is revived, I guess.
Go hence, good night, and here stands all the estate. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day, disguised from hence, sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he'll signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
So brief. Farewell. I'm sorry.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily, that we have no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her kinsman Tybalt,
dearly. So did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late, she'll not come down tonight. I promise, if not for your company, I would have been abed an hour ago.
These times of war afford no time to woo. Good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will, Sir Paris. I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she will in all respects be ruled by me. Nay, more, I doubt it not. I'll bid you on Wednesday next, her but soft. What day is this?
Monday, my lady.
Monday. Well, Wednesday's too soon. Thursday, let it be. On Thursday, tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll hold no great ado, a friend or two, for hark you, with Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held him carelessly, being our kinsman if we revelled much. Therefore we'll have some half a dozen friends, and there an end. But what say you to Thursday?
My lady, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Well, get thee gone. A Thursday be it. Farewell, my lord. Light to my chamber, ho. For me it's so very, very late that we may call it early. By and by. Good night.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near morn. It was the nightingale, and not the lark, that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
Oh no, it was the lark, the herald of the morn. Look, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds of yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out and stand jogging day on misty mountain tops. Must be dawn and live, or stay and die.
If yon light is not daylight, I know it, it's some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee a torchbearer and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be taken. Let me be put to death. I'm content. Juliet wills it so. Let's talk. It's not morning.
It is. It is. I hence be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. I say not, for she divideth us. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light, more darkened up our woes.
Madam, your lady is coming to her chamber. Be wary, the day is broke. Look about.
Then window, let day in, and let life out.
Farewell. One kiss and I'll send.
Art thou gone so? Love, Lord, I husband, friend. I must hear from thee every minute in the hour, for in an hour there are many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will admit no opportunity to such a greeting. Love to thee.
Oh, God, I have an ill-dividing soul. Methinks I see thee now thou art going as one dead in a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou lookst pale.
Leave me, love. My eyes soon you. Dry sorrows drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Fortune, fortune, all men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou with him? Be fickle, fortune.
For then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but bring him back again.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who's that calls? Is it my lady mother? What, is she down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death.
What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live, therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling lost.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the lost could not choose, but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepest not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do, with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives. We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished runagate doth live. Shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company, and then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead is my poor heart for a kinsman bent. Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, so that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him, to wreak the love that I bore my cousin upon the body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man, but now, I tell thee, joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, well, thou hast a careful mother, child, one who, to put thee from that heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, which thou expectest not, nor I look not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn. The young, gallant, and noble gentleman, the county Paris, shall at St. Peter's Church happily make thee there a joyful bride.
No, by St. Peter's Church in Peter too, he shall not make me a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste, that he who should be husband doesn't come to woo, here should wed. I pray you, I will not marry yet. And when I do, it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
How? Will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, if we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How now, in short logic. What is this? Proud, and I thank you. And I thank you not, and yet not proud, Mistress Minion, you. Thank me no thanks, nor proud me, no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness, carrying out, you baggage, you tallow face.
Your mother, I beseech you on my knees, hearing.
hang thee, young baggage. Disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church o' Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not. My fingers itch. No treason. Peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your bounties or a gossip's full, for here we need it not. God really makes me mad! I cannot wait. I cannot love. I am too young. I pray you pardon me. But as you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it. Think on it. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near. Lay hand on heart and advise, and you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee. Nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it. Bethink you, I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. Or if thou wilt not lay me in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How shall that faith return again to me unless my husband sends it me from heaven by leaving earth? Alack, alack that heaven should practice such stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What? Hast thou not a comfort of joy? Please, nurse.
Faith. Here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing, that he dares come back to challenge you. Or, if he does, it must be by stealth. Therefore, as the case so stands, I think you should marry the nobleman. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo should a dish-clout to him. An eagle hath not so green, so fair, so quick an eye as Paris has. I think you are happier in the second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead, or 'twere as good as he were, as you living and having no use of him. Speakest thou from thy heart? And my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvellous much. Go in and tell the time gone, having displeased my mother to Lord Cecil, to make confession, to be absolved.
Marry, I will. This is wisely done. This is wisely.
Ancient damnation. O most wicked fiend. To the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My mother Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack her haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course. I like it not.
Aye, moderately she weeps for Tittle's death, and therefore little have I talked of love. For Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her mother counts it dangerous that she doth give her sorrow so much sway, and in her wisdom hastes our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which, too much minded by herself, may be put from her by society. Now do we know the reason of this haste.
I would I knew not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes the lady to meet myself.
Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, on Thursday night.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will you, I am sure, if you love me.
If I do so, it shall be of more truth being spoke behind your back than to your face.
But so, face is much abused with tears.
Tears have small victory by that, for it was bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrong'st it more than tears and alcohol.
That is no slander, sir, which is the truth. And what I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine.
That may be, for 'tis not my own. Are you at leisure now, Holy Father, or shall I come back at evening mass?
My leisure serves me pensive, daughter. Now, my lord, we must entreat time alone.
God shield us in the third portion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rise you. Till then, adieu. Keep the sword kiss.
Shut the door. And when thou hast done so, come weep with me, past hope, past cure, past hell.
Oh, Juliet, I would know thy will that strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou knowest of this, unless thou can tell me how I may prevent it. If, in thy wisdom, thou hast no help to withhold my grace of Christian life, and with this night I'll help it presently. God joined my heart and Romeo's, thou art hands, and here this hand by me to Romeo sealed. Be not so long to speak, I want to die!
Hold, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope which craves as desperate an execution as that is desperate which we would prevent. If, rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away the shame that copes with death himself to escape from it. And, if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap, rather than marry Paris from off the battlements of yonder tower, or walk in thievish ways, or bid me lurk with serpents, chain-baits, and roaring bears, or bid me go into a newly made grave and lay with a dead man in his shrouds. All things which, to hear them told, have made me tremble, and I'll do so without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold, then. Go home, be merry, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look that thou lie alone. Let not thy nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humour, for no pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to paly ashes, thy eyes' windows fall. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Thou shalt be born to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, again thou shalt awake. Shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and here I will watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua. Get you gone, be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a messenger with speed to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love gives me strength, and strength shall health afford. Aye, those attires are best. But nurse, I pray thee leave me to myself tonight.
What? Are you busy? Need you my help?
No, madam. So please you, let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you. For I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins. Come, Violet. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then to Paris tomorrow morning? No, no. That shall prevent it. Lie thou there. Romeo, I come. This do I drink to thee.
All this day and the cost of spirit. Easy to kill the thought. I dreamed my lady came and found me dead. Strange dream that. Leaves a dead man leave to think. But then I was soon revived and was an emperor. I was self-possessed. Joy is the shadow of love. News from Verona? How now, Balthazar? How is my lady? What says my mother? Letters from Briar? How is my lady? I asked that again, for nothing can be ill if she is well.
She is ill, and so nothing can be well. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. I saw her laid low in her kindred's vault, and presently took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me for bringing these ill news.
Is it so? Then I defy you, stars! I will hence tonight.
I beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Will I receive no letters from Briar?
No, my good lord.
Go, I will be with thee hence. Oh, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. First I must visit an apothecary. Hear how he dwells. Apothecary!
Also loud.
Must be a dram of poison. Such soon speaking here that will go course through the veins of a man.
Such mortal drugs I have that enter as law as death to any who utters them.
I'm so full of wickedness and wretchedness. The world's law affords no right to make thee burn. Therefore, take this and be rich.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty and not thy will.
Put this in any wicked thing you will, and if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
Here's thy gold. Come, Coriel. Not poison. Juliet's grave, I must go.
What says Romeo? Will his mind be rich? Give me his letter.
I could not send it. Here's it again.
Unhappy fortune by my brotherhood, the letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import, and the neglecting it made too much danger. Within the hour will fair Juliet wake, but I will write again to Mantua, and keep her myself till Romeo come. Poor living corse, close to the dead man's tomb.
Give me that torch, boy. Hence. Sandal. Sweet flower, flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Oh woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, which with sweet water nightly I will dew, or, wanting that, with tears distilled by moans. The obsequies that I for thee will keep nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. The boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight, to cross my obsequies and true love's right? What with a torch? Muffle me, knight, a while.
Oh, take this letter. Early in the morning, see thou deliver it to my mother and my lord. Do not interrupt me in my course. Thou shalt show me friendship. Take thy that. Farewell.
I will leave you, sir, and not trouble you.
This is that banished haughty Montague, that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died. And he is come to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. Stop thou now, toil by Montague. Conventions be pursued further than death. Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey, and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed. Therefore I came hither. Good gentle youth, do not tempt a desperate man. Think if he's gone before thee, let him affright thee, or I beseech thee, youth. Put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. By heaven, I love thee more than myself. Therefore I came armed against myself.
I do defy thy conjurations, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Will thou provoke me? And have at thee, boy. Said my mother's group. Said she Juliet should mark part. Or did I dream it? Or am I mad hearing her talk to Juliet? Juliet? My wife. Death has sucked the honey from thy breath. Here will I settle my everlasting rest. I take your husband. lost in breath. And lips, towards my breath. Last kiss.
What fear is this which startles in our ears? Here lies Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warm and new killed.
I will be brief. This I can answer for. Romeo there dead was husband to that Juliet, and she there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city, for whom, and not for Tybalt, Juliet pined. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her, forced to County Paris. Then comes she to me, and, with wild looks, bid me devise some sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Meantime I writ to Romeo that he should hither come, as this dire night, to help to take her from her borrowed grave, being the time the potion's force should cease. But he which bore my letter, Friar John, was stayed by accident, and that very night returned my letter back. Then all alone, at the prefixed hour of her waking, came I to take her from her kindred's vault, meaning to keep her at my cell till I conveniently could send to Romeo. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her awaking, here untimely lay the true Romeo dead, and she, too desperate, as it seems, did violence on herself.
Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate. The heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Thou art torn. What manners is this? To push before thy mother to her grave.
Sister Montague, give me thy hand.
A glooming peace this morning of the breeze. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some shall be punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
Two households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona, where we lay our scene. From ancient grudge breaks a new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life, whose misadventured piteous overthrows do with their deaths bury their parents' strife. The fearful passage of their death-marked love and the continuance of their parents' rage, which, but their children's end, naught could remove.